Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Block Sauce, the web show that serves up a variety of games in the Web3 space. I'm your host and re-NFT ambassador, Jinkirin, and today we've got a super special guest lined up for you. So grab your controllers, crack open a Mountain Dew, and prepare to get your game on.
Ever wonder what toys are doing when you're not around? Let us show you. Forget your world. Come play in ours. Forgotten Playland, where you never forget your friends.
Hey there, sauce enthusiasts. It's time to bring the heat with another electrifying episode of the Block Sauce. I'm thrilled to introduce our special guest. Today we have Bram, who is the co-founder of Duckland Games and the head of marketing, and they're actually working on building a new game called Forgotten Playland. So how are you doing today, Bram?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, and thank you for inviting me. Well, back on the show, I would say.
Yeah, in case you guys missed it, he was actually on our live show that's every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys go check out that episode. He had a lot of great insights and was an excellent plan analyst. So, of course, we had to bring him back in to find out more about what they're working on. With that being said, so the first thing I usually like to do, dive into the company a little bit about, your background, where you guys came from, experience in gaming. So tell us a bit about Duckland Games.
Yeah, so Duckland Games was founded last year in August of 2023, and we kind of pitched this project called Forgotten Playland to Merit Circle, who is our joint venture partner in kind of this whole ordeal. They love the idea, and we just hit the ground running and started developing this little social party game, as we call it. So yeah, my background myself is I studied game development here in the Netherlands. Have a kind of a mixed background in programming and a little bit of production. In my off time, I've been a freelance journalist, and I also did marketing for my game course. And then, through the years, we kind of got a group of bandits together. We founded this company, and now we made it here.
Well, that's awesome. So tell us a bit more about Forgotten Playland. You mentioned that it's a social party game.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you could give us like a comparison to? We're going to see some gameplay here in a little bit anyway, but I want to hear it in your words.
Yeah, so I mean, the easiest way is just grab Mario Party, Little Big Planet, It Takes Two, mash it together, include some blockchain technology, and you have Forgotten Playland.
Interesting. So was there like any inspiration? Like what gave you guys the idea to kind of pursue the more like party game route? We've seen other games kind of try this a little bit with actual success, but for some reason, a lot of people are pivoting to mobile.
Well, I mean, the whole idea of creating a party game came from the fact that they are in essence, if you break it all down, they're very condensed, right? I mean, every party game is its own little mechanic, its own little element of a bigger thing. So on a development point of view, it makes it a lot easier to kind of scale up, because once you have your foundation going, you can create new mechanics, you can create new environments, and you're not building this massive MMO, right? Where you have to fill and create this kilometers big and wide world that needs to be lived up with AIs and NPCs and all these characters and things. It's small, it's condensed, it's easy. And a lot of people, I mean, especially in Web3, the thing that we've always noticed is people love being involved in the development of things, and people want to play it ASAP. I mean, the amount of times, and I mean, I've had that myself as well. You see this game that's announced and it's super cool, and then you still need to wait 3 years. Sure, you see the development of the entire game, but you still need to wait like 3 years before you can actually play the game. So with all that said, we founded our company last August, and we're releasing the game on April 25th. So it's It's literally like we've created our own little baby, as people always call it in the space as well. You know, like you're creating your own baby, and it took us 9 months to put this first version out. So yeah, we're excited to get everybody to play it.
Well, that's great. So we do have a little bit of a trailer for you guys. We can jump over and explore that a little bit here. All right, so I got a few trailers that we're going to play for you guys that they were gracious enough to provide. So let's go ahead and see what they're working on. I like how it's rated B for balance.
Yeah, it was just a little joke that we thought. I mean, ratings are always a thing, right?
Oh, I can already see some Mario Party here.
Exactly.
You try not to fall off the rail, I assume.
Yep, correct.
Oh,
Ever wonder what toys are doing when
that
you're
one
not
kind of
around?
scared me. It was a little loud.
Let us show you.
Got more
Forget your
cinematic
walls.
trailers.
Yeah, this is
Come play
the
in
announcement
ours.
trailer that we released last December. It was kind of the
Forgotten Playland,
first big splash,
where you never forget your
bringing
friends.
the game out into the world.
Okay. And then the last one that we got here was what's Splash Step? I must have missed that one. Oh, Simon Says, but with jumping.
Exactly.
Oh boy. You have to work with other people, or is this?
No. It's all free for all. So it's
okay.
also your kind of the tactic is to block the path for other people, so they die and you survive. Because the ducks that you saw in the swimming pool, they go down after you jump on them. So if you're quick enough, you jump, you're off, it goes down, and the next person dies.
So we're currently recording this on April 19th. You said that the game is launching April 25th.
Correct.
How many of these little party modes are you guys going to be launching with?
Today we've announced the 6th one, and who knows? Maybe we'll have some more.
I want to know. Oh,
Well, no, we'll be releasing, if everything goes right, we'll be releasing 8 on April 25th. So we have our social hub, which is our multiplayer lobby, where you can customize your plushie. You can walk around, jump around with other people, up to 32 of them, and then you can team up or just randomly queue by yourself and play any of the 8 different party games that we'll release.
What platforms are these going to be available on?
So initial release is going to be Windows only. We're working with a launcher to have the game available through a more secure way than just have it on our website and be, hey guys, please trust us, and just download from this website. So we're taking that out of the equation, using a launcher, and then over time, our goal is obviously to kind of be everywhere. So we're also aiming to get into consoles. But yeah, crypto and consoles is still a iffy subject, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, everywhere and anyone who will have us, kind of platform-wise, we'll try to go there.
So I definitely saw the Mario Party inspiration from some of the gameplay. Are you guys planning on taking notes from any of the other party games? Like, I'm just going to throw it out there. Fall Guys, for example, more 3D-esque, or are they going to be focused on that more 2D top-down type of content?
I mean, we're kind of looking at everything, right? I mean, we've used Mario Party has the biggest library. I mean, let's be honest. It's, what is it now, 25, 30 years of kind of games that they've released over 8 different platforms, I would say, and every game has like 300 mini games, so that's a massive library to look from. But I mean, we've also looked at like what was it, Raving Rabbits and Fall Guys as well. Party Animals, one of the recent ones that is also massively adorable. I mean, there's just so many party games to look at and choose from. We kind of, we have a massive library of references in the background in our office.
That was great. Yeah, I didn't get to play Animal Party, but I have played a lot of the other ones. Fall Guys, I think as much as I like Fall Guys, I think it boiled down to the physics. When it came to the actual game modes, like I after playing it for a while, I was like, these really aren't that unique, but just being flung across the map and
Oh,
ragdolling
absolutely.
everywhere. That is what made it fun.
I mean, it's when I first started playing Fall Guys, because I mean, what was it? I think it came out like the beginning of all the lockdowns
I think so.
in 2020. So everybody was stuck at home and they kind of dropped it. I think even PlayStation gave it away for free for their members. And
Oh wow.
obviously, you want to connect with those friends that are scattered all across the world. So why not do this crazy, ridiculous party game? But yeah, like you said, getting adjusted and familiar with those wonky physics was something else. But once you get adjusted and familiar with it, it's fun. It's good fun. But yeah, it's
I just
utter
like grabbing
chaos.
my friends and throwing them off the map. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
that's the only fun part for me anymore. Is the way I look at it. If I can't be a winner, I can at least be a ruiner. I
Oh,
can
for
ruin
sure.
other people's chances of winning.
Exactly, and like you saw with Splash Step as well, right? I mean, if you can't win, just block them and make them lose faster than you, and maybe you can get the win anyway.
Maybe
Drag them along with you.
that's not my kind of luck. I'm the kind of person that's gonna go down with them. I'm gonna drag you off the map real quick, and then it's like, oh well, I guess this is a team venture now.
Yeah.
Oh man, it does look like a lot of fun, but yeah, I'm curious, how does the Web3 side play into it? Like why bring a game like this to Web3?
So, I mean, first of all, we launched our first NFT collection late last month, which short, they're all cosmetics, right? I mean, when you download the game, like I said, it's free to play. You get your plushkin character for free. There's a few skins that you can change, but all the cosmetics besides those free skins are all NFTs. So they're purely cosmetic. But I mean, I don't want to admit it myself because I've always shat on those people, but I play a lot of Fortnite. I also spend quite some money on skins there. But at the end of the day, if I'm done with those games, like I had the same before that with Apex Legends. I played it daily for like 2-3 years straight, spent money on skins, and now I don't play it anymore. So it's basically just, what would it be? Like I spent 2K on skins and it's just disappeared in thin air. But if these skins are NFTs, like it is for our game, and you just don't want to play our fun game anymore, then you can still sell them on the marketplace and recoup some of the money and maybe make the next person happy, or you can give it to your little nephew who really wants to get into the game, right? So using the blockchain for the kind of sharing and caring and good side of the things, that's our focus right now. Additionally, we also have our token, and we're gonna implement tournament modes in the future where you buy in with tokens and there's a prize pool, for instance, or some other elements with leaderboards or just events and things that will use the blockchain to kind of keep track of everything, but also give people access to a bigger prize pool, you know?
That makes sense. I mean, I don't see any flaws in that logic, to be fair. I'm not an economist or a mathematician, but it sounds good on paper. I mean, when you think about it, that's kind of already what esports is in a sense, except this actually expedites the process, especially when you're competing across borders. A lot of people really don't take that into account. If somebody goes to another country to compete and they win in a tournament, like, it takes forever to get your payout. Like, it can take months to actually get your payout because of the currency conversions and going cross borders, yada, yada. Crypto fixes that.
Then you have their taxes, and you have your taxes, and then it's like everybody's happy besides you, right?
Exactly. So this is one time I'll say that, unironically, crypto fixes this because you can pay somebody out like that. Like, well, relatively like that. So
exactly,
you're not waiting months. At most, you might be waiting a couple days, in my experience. I'm not saying
Absolutely.
there won't be people dragging their feet on their payout, and that's not a payment system problem at that point. That's just people being lazy.
It's a person problem.
It is. So I don't know. I would see myself playing this, especially like you get a group of friends together, and once you guys have more game modes. Obviously, this is 8 game modes is a little rough. I feel like for launch, just because I believe it was not the last Mario Party. I forget how many Mario Parties they released at this point, but it was either the last one or the one before that. They launched with 10 for the online community, and people were not happy because obviously they have an entire history and library of games to pull from, but they only made like 10 available online. Players were just aggravated. We still all played it, of course, but the novelty wore off very quickly just because there wasn't that variety. So it's really only fun when you're with friends.
And that's actually a very valid point that you make, because originally when we announced the game, our intention was to release late last month with only 2 party games.
Oof.
Yeah. So we kind of, getting closer to launch, we were also like, well, these 2 party games are a lot of fun. And we showcased the game at GDC as well for the first time, kind of like publicly on the show floor. We were part of the Avalanche booth. And people were there pretty much nonstop. I haven't been able to see the show floor, not even for a hot minute. I think the only thing that I was able to do was like run across to the Epic booth, grab myself a free t-shirt and run back. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, people were playing it constantly, and like our vision, or our hope, I would say, when we were building the game behind the scenes, is we want to encapsulate that feeling that you had as a child when you're playing those party games. So the vocal responses, kind of the physical reactions, all those things that you would have when you were playing it on your couch with your friends, right? I mean, when I was playing Mario Party, or even like the Pokemon Stadium mini games that they had, I don't know if you've ever played those. Those are those were hilarious. And I would always be pushing my friends or just like blocking the screen or all those things because I obviously wanted to win. Yeah. And seeing people do that on the GDC floor with our little game was like crazy humbling. But at the same time, it was that fact that there's only 2 of them. Our belief for the game is, or kind of goal for the game is, to have monthly releases and updates. So every month we'll be releasing at least 1 new party game into the mix. So it's not like you got to wait another 6 months. No, every month a new party game and maybe some new features, but still a month with only 2 party games is rough. Yeah. So we decided to delay the release by 1 month, but kind of up the content by 400%. And that already makes it a little bit better. I mean, it's still not the 300 games that Mario Party has, but we also didn't have the 5 years that they had to work on their game.
But theirs also aren't all online either. You can't play them all online with your friends. A lot of them are local only, which kind of sucks, but, still makes for a good party night with your friends if you got any.
For sure.
I don't have IRL friends, so I don't invite people over to come play games. Oh man, everything I do is online, so that's why I was actually upset about the Mario Party situation.
I get that completely.
I bought this game so I could play it online with all my friends, and then I get 10 game modes, and I'm like.
And then it's also like a premium game, right? I mean, Mario Party is usually, what is it then? Like $40 to $60, and then only having 10 games is rough.
There were a lot of games on it. It was just all local.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh man, now I'm excited to give this a try. Now you mentioned the launcher. Can you drop the name of which launcher yet?
When is this going to be released? No.
Probably not this week.
Perfect.
If I had to guess, the earliest would be next week.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we're gonna announce it early next week anyway. So
okay,
got to do it ahead of launch would be ideal, right? No, we're partnering up with Hyperplay to get the game on their platform.
That's what I figured. And if I understand, they have a wrapper system built into their launcher that will allow their games to be ran on Mac.
Exactly. Yeah, we had some we had our introductional chat with them, and yeah, like you said, if the game supports it, because obviously there are certain libraries that are only Windows specific, but if you tick all the boxes, it runs on Mac, it runs on Linux, it runs on pretty much anything.
So do you guys check those boxes?
Not yet. We're in the process.
Man,
but
I'm not a Mac gamer, so I was just asking because we do have a lot of Mac fans in Web3. I get it. I have a Mac. I have nothing against them, but they are not for gaming, and nobody will convince me otherwise. I use them for everything else, but gaming sucks on a Mac.
Well, I mean, in that sense as well, we are working on our own native Mac build as well. We are close. It's not for release, but in the near future, we'll also have, if, let's say, the hyperplay thing doesn't work, we will be there for those gamers on Mac waiting to give our real version of Forgotten Playland on Mac. So, yeah.
So there you have it. A little bit of alpha for you guys. Mac
there you go.
Soon.
Soon, TM.
Yeah. Soon being an unconfirmed date in the future that is probably not near. So don't get your hopes up too quickly. For now, you will need a Windows computer, however. So looking forward to that. I actually do run a few games off of Hyperplay myself. That's why I knew about it. And I was curious because you only mentioned Windows. And I was like, well, what about the Mac?
Yeah, there you go.
So, all right. Anything else? You guys have any upcoming events other than the launch? Obviously on the 25th, which if you're watching this video, it's probably already passed, which means you can go download it right now, probably from Hyperplay. There's a lot of speculation in this video because we're planning around a release date that we don't even know. So go download it if it's available. If not, well, stay tuned.
Yeah, no, we have some things in the works. I mean, obviously, these days, everybody is doing a lot of campaigns online. We also really want to see if we can find our little corner in that space to kind of get people onto our little game. I mean, in a sense, and that is also one of the reasons why we're working together with Merit Circle, is we want to kind of bridge the gap between the Web 2 and Web 3 players. So for the Web 2 players, I mean, they would have to download another launcher next to Steam and Epic and all the other ones that they have. But then again, what is one more? But if you download the game, you just log in with your Epic Games account, and that's it. The Beam API handles the custodial wallet in the background without any intrusion for the player. So for the more traditional, unfamiliar Web3 people or Web2 people that are unfamiliar and just hesitant of Web3 in general, they don't have those nasty little pop-up windows, or it just plays like any other Web2 game.
I like how that sounds. Wait, does that mean there's going to be an Epic release? Yeah, can't quite get all the alpha out of him.
Who knows?
Oh, I mean, man.
I mean, I think the answer would just be soon, TM, in the not so near future. Maybe
to be determined.
To be announced.
Oh, okay. So it's already determined.
Well, I mean, we would love to. They just need to accept us, right? I mean, that's how it works with those big companies.
I'm just trying to pull everything I can out of you. So
and I'll answer as much as I can.
I'll find the little nuggets and dig deeper. Oh man. This is good. So you guys mentioned that there was a mint at the end of the month last month. What was that about?
Yeah, so that was our first NFT cosmetics collection. It's called the Foundation Toy Box Collection. So to kind of give a little more narrative story for the game. So Forgotten Playland is about these bunch of plush characters called plushkins who are left behind in the attic, and they were bored and they just wanted to spend some time doing fun stuff. Toy Story inspired maybe a little bit. And yeah, so kind of to fuel the nostalgia of kind of the entire game as a whole, we released these digital toy boxes, as we call them, that people could buy for 48 hours at the end of March. What month was it again? And then kind of fueling into that nostalgia and those pack openings, like how Pokemon is all the craze again these days, right? I mean, do you want to open them and get those ultra rare shiny skins, or do you want to keep them closed and see if the value goes up over time, you know? As it was an open-ended 48-hour mint, these cosmetics will not be released again in the future. So I think we sold 6,500 boxes.
Oh wow!
And that's it. Like, if anybody wants to get those boxes in the future, you can get them on secondary. But if they're sold and not available anymore and all opened, then yeah, that's the end of it.
All right. So if you're interested in getting involved, there you go. Now you know what to go buy. Go get yourself a box. And I think we lost Bram.
No, I just had to plug it in because my headset was like, "Hey, I'm almost empty."
Yeah, I had to plug my mouse in this morning. Freaking wireless technology.
I know, right?
All right. Is there anything else that you can give us? Any other juicy information? We've got a party game, one NFT mint, upcoming launch.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have another NFT mint in the future, you know?
Win tournament?
Win tournament? Soon, TM? No. No, I mean, we are working very hard behind the scenes to getting some sort of tournaments set up. Kind of just after launch, we want to have this bigger extravaganza. I mean, we're not going to be able to pull out these 20 million prize pools like some other games have been announcing lately. I would love to do that, but sadly, our treasury is not that big.
Understandable.
But we'll have some cool prizes. I mean, we just want people to have fun, and if in the process they can make some nice toy boxes or some nice tokens along the way. I mean, if we can get all that sorted with some people, communities, some other parties, that's going to be a ton of fun. So that's a lot of the work that we're doing right now behind the scenes, or at least I am partially doing behind the scenes.
So you just mentioned something that tickled my fancy a little bit. You mentioned making toy boxes and stuff. So UGC?
Oh, no. So UGC on cosmetics is not going to be a thing. At least that's truth to God, that's not something that I've heard internally yet. But we are looking into doing certain things or setting certain systems up so we can, let's say, do special airdrops quickly tailored to certain communities or certain events or certain things. Okay. So not really put it completely in the hands of the community per se, but perhaps give them a way to kind of collaborate on things if the timing and the place is right.
All right. Well, now I'm running out of questions to ask because you're not giving me much more information. I know this is kind of close to the chest.
Haven't I given you enough yet? Jesus.
I want the juicy stuff. I want the alpha. Nah, the game looks fun. I obviously normally when we do these, I would be playing it, guys, but I gotta wait. I don't get the special treatment, so we'll see it together next week. Make sure you guys check them out, and yeah. Well, I say next week for me, but it might be a couple weeks prior for you guys. I don't know yet. Find out soon, I guess.
Who knows when this video will drop?
I'm like a developer right now. I can give you guys information, but when it comes to deadlines and dates, that's above me. So I'm right here with you guys. I don't want to say times or dates myself. That's why I mentioned when this is being recorded, and it gave him the opportunity to mention when it's being released. I'm doing my best here. Oh, man. That's going to be a wrap for us, though, today, folks. This was another great episode of the Block Sauce. Before we come to a close, of course, I got to say thank you, Bram, for taking time out of your week to join us. Appreciate you being here as always. And we may have to see you on the live show again, or may have to follow up after lunch.
Yeah, who knows?
Just saying.
Who knows? Might be fun, right? I mean, I had a ton of fun last time I was on the live show with my then fresh new colleague, Mikkel. I mean, I'd meant that. Just recently joined the team back then, and she's been hard at work behind the scenes to kind of give me the possibility to join these shows as well. Otherwise, it would just be that desk jockey slaving away myself. So gotta get a break. I mean, this is just fun, right? I mean, I don't even see this as work. This is just having some fun chat, having fun on my Friday night.
There you go. But of course, we could not do it without our amazing viewers and supporters. Your engagement and passion fuel our drive to bring you the hottest topics and thought-provoking conversations week after week. I almost stumbled over myself there. Remember, sauce never stops flowing. Stay connected with us on social medias. Drop us a follow. If there's a game that we need to check out or a topic you want us to tackle, make sure you let us know. And that's going to be it for us today, sauce enthusiasts. Join us next time for another thrilling episode of The Block Sauce, where we'll keep the gaming flame alive and the discussion sizzling. Stay saucy and keep gaming in the exciting realm of Web3. Have a good one.
See ya.